Jalen Brunson has immediately cemented himself as an all-NBA point guard since coming over from the Dallas Mavericks in free agency in the 2023 offseason. He has been the Knicks' best player so far, and he has led them to the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference without Julius Randle and with OG Anunoby being injured for most of his time since being traded to the Knicks. We will see how the Knicks fare in the playoffs, but it is clear that Jalen Brunson is one of the best point guards in the NBA, possibly a top 5 or top 3 guard at this point, and he will for sure be on an all-NBA team. With that said, there were 15 players ranked before him in his 2015 high school class. So let's look at where all of these players are now, and hope you enjoy this video. At number 1, we have Ben Simmons. He played 1 year at LSU and was the number 1 overall pick in the 2016 NBA draft. He missed his whole rookie season due to a foot fracture, and then he showed out. He was Rookie of the Year and immediately cemented himself as one of the best young players in the NBA. Unfortunately now though, ever since being traded to the Brooklyn Nets, he's experienced a wide variety of injuries, most recently a nerve impingement in his back, and he's just had a lot of back problems. It's really unfortunate because I would have loved to see how him, Kyrie, and KD would have worked out as a trio, and I was really looking forward to seeing him, how he would pair with, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and all the guys that the Nets had this past year. But yeah, it's just unfortunate, man. He's had just so many different injuries, and I'm just praying that he can get healthy, because when he is healthy, he's one of the best defenders in the league and one of the best playmakers in the league, and can play a wide variety of positions with his defensive versatility. So we will see what happens with Ben Simmons this offseason, but just the main thing is hopefully he can get healthy and just figure out what's going on with a lot of the back problems he's had. At number 2, we have Scala Bicier. He played 1 year at Kentucky and was then drafted late in the first round by Portland and then traded to the Kings on draft night. He had a solid first few years with the Kings, showcasing his unique offensive arsenal and three-point shooting. However, various injuries and inconsistencies caused him to be out of the NBA a few years later. But he has recently reunited with the Kings organization, and he has played really well for the Stockton Kings throughout the 2024 season, as he was selected as a G League All-Star, averaging 16.8 points per game and 8 rebounds on 64.9% from the field. Given Scal's age, he's still pretty young, and I do have hopes that he can still get back into the NBA. He's got a lot of potential, and he's got great floor spacing ability at his size. So we will see what happens, and like I said, I hope that he can get back in the NBA soon. At number 3, we have Brandon Ingram. Ever since coming over from the Lakers, he has transformed into an all-star player, and he has helped lead the Pelicans to a playoff appearance in 2022, and has kind of helped carry them with Zion out with injuries over the past couple years. But with both Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson healthy, the Pelicans were able to get 49 wins this season. They are in the play-in at the moment that I am recording this video, so we will see if they end up getting out or not. However, Brandon Ingram, I feel like, should still be a cornerstone of this Pelicans team no matter what happens in this year's play-in or playoffs with the Pelicans. He's one of the top, two-way wings in the league, I would argue. But yeah, like I said, we will see what happens with the Pelicans in this, play-in / playoffs. And despite that, though, he should still be a cornerstone for them going forward. At number 4, we have Jalen Brown, who was selected 3rd overall in the 2016 draft, 1 pick after Brandon Ingram. But yeah, he has pretty much developed into a multiple-time All-Star. He got one of the biggest contracts in NBA history, 5 years, $300 million. But yeah, he's a second option, on the top team in the league. And I would have to imagine that him and Jason Tatum will get a championship at some point. I thought that was going to be last year, and obviously they gave the Warriors, a great crack at it in the 2022 finals. But the Celtics, they should be champions at some point with this duo of Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown. But yeah, Jalen Brown has been one of the top two-way wings in the league, and it should continue to be that way. And he's kind of continued to slowly improve his game year after year. So we will see what happens in this year's playoffs for the Celtics. At number 5, we have Henry Ellenson. He spent 1 year at Marquette and was then drafted by Detroit 1 year later. He spent 4 years in the NBA with Detroit and New York, and then 7 games combined with Brooklyn and Toronto. He was a pretty solid stretch 4 in college and in the G League, but it just kind of never translated to the NBA. However, he has also played pro in Spain from 2021 to 2023, but it's kind of unclear if he played anywhere during the 2024 season, as I couldn't really find much information on what he's doing currently in 2024. At number 6, we have Diamond Stone. He spent 1 year at Maryland and was then drafted by the Pelicans in the second round of the 2016 draft and was then traded to the Clippers. He has mostly played in the G League after 1 season with the Clippers in 2017. So he's played with the Santa Cruz Warriors, Salt Lake City Stars, Windy City Bulls, Iowa Wolves, and the Rio Grande Valley Vipers. He then played in Puerto Rico during the 2021 season, and then according to Euroballers, he played for the Sigal Pristina during the 2024 season, which is a team in the Balkan International Basketball League. At number 7, we have Chick Diallo. He played at Kansas for 1 year and was drafted by the Clippers early on in the second round of the 2016 draft. He was then traded to the Pelicans and played there for 3 seasons. He also played for Phoenix during the 2020 season and then Detroit for 3 games during the 2022 season. After the NBA, he's played in Puerto Rico, Japan, and the G League, but he most recently played pro in Japan for the 2024 season. At number 8, we have Ivan Rabb. He went to the University of California, Berkeley before being drafted by the Memphis Grizzlies in 2017. He spent 2 years there with time on the main roster and the G League. He was then with the Knicks G League team for the 2020 season and then last played professionally for the Delaware Bluecoats in the G League for the 2021 season. Although currently on his LinkedIn, it says he's the owner of his own LLC, Property Rising, and it looks like he's taking a break from basketball at the moment. At number 9, we have Caleb Swanigan. He spent a few years at Purdue before being drafted 26th overall by the Blazers in the 2017 draft. He played 3 seasons total in the NBA with Portland and Sacramento until 2020. Unfortunately, though, he tragically passed away at just 25 years old in June 2022. He's experiencing some certain problems and had some trouble with the law after some of his NBA stints. But yeah, it's just really unfortunate situation. I mean, the people around him said he was just a super gentle, nice guy. But yeah, just a really sad story, and it's just tough hearing these things happen. At number 10, we have Malik Newman. He played for Mississippi State for 1 season and then transferred to Kentucky for the 2018 season. He went undrafted and played for Miami's and Cleveland's G League teams for a few years until getting a short stint with the Cavs during the 2020 season. He also played pro in Israel and Turkey before getting another opportunity with the Cavs in the 2022 season. He hasn't played in the NBA since and is currently playing pro in the VTB League for the 2024 season. At number 11, we have Chase Jeter. He played the 2016 and 2017 seasons with Duke and then transferred to Arizona and played his junior and senior years there until 2020. He increased his production to 10.9 points per game and 6.6 rebounds during his junior season at Arizona after previously averaging 2.6 points per game in his sophomore year at Duke. With his pro experience, he played in Austria for the 2023 season, and then he has played in the Czech Republic for the 2024 season. At number 12, we have Stefan Zimmerman. He played 1 year at UNLV and was then drafted 41st overall by the Magic in the 2016 draft. He then played 1 season with them in 2017. He also played in the G League for 3 years with the Birmingham Squadron, the South Bay Lakers, and the Westchester Knicks. He then played in Germany, the Czech Republic, and during the 2023 season, he played for the Austin Spurs and a pro team in Japan. And then according to Euroballers, he played for the Fubon Braves in Taiwan for this past 2024 season. At number 13, we have Isaiah Briscoe. He played for Kentucky for 2 seasons and then went undrafted, and he ended up playing for the BC Kalev/Cremo that were in the VTB League and Estonia. He then got an opportunity with the Orlando Magic in the 2019 season as one of their backup guards for their first playoff appearance since 2012, but he hasn't really played in the NBA after he played in Germany and Poland before playing 2 seasons with the Iowa Wolves in the G League in 2021 and 2022. After he played in Italy, and then he last played pro in Greece for the 2024 season. At number 14, we have Dwayne Bacon. He played 2 years at Florida State before being drafted in the second round of the 2017 draft by the Pelicans and was then traded to the Hornets. He spent 3 seasons there playing on both the main squad and the G League. After he signed with the Magic in 2021, where he averaged a career-high 10.9 points per game. After he played pro in France, Germany, and then he last played for the Shanghai Sharks in China for this past 2024 season. And lastly, at number 15, we have Antonio Blakeney. He played 2 years at LSU and then went undrafted to the Chicago Bulls, where he played for 2 seasons, and he averaged 8 points per game and 7.6 points per game, respectively, during his stints in Chicago. The following 2 seasons, he played in China in the G League with the Cleveland Charge. After he played in Israel and China, and then last played for the Monkey Kings in China during the 2024 season. So that is what happened to all 15 players ranked above Jalen Brunson in high school. Hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you have any other suggestions for this series, please let me know down in the comments below, as this is something I'm looking to make videos on more and kind of expand on with this series. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.